Any times that our emotions are involved, so is misjudgment. In any situation that arises a lot of your emotion, the best thing to do is not to react at the moment, but to actually retract, analyze the situation, and then respond. And that goes for anything in life. Right now, we're living in a chaotic time that is triggering a lot of us, and actually, it's triggering everybody. Everybody is on one side or the other. So, our job, in order to lessen the effect, is to retract and analyze, because the moment we start responding with our emotions, most likely they're going to be negative emotions. Negative emotions are the ones that deeply control us and the ones that require an urgent reaction, and those are the ones that jerk you into reacting because you get angry, upset, offended, hurt, whatever the situation may be. But you start to spit out because you feel attacked, or you feel offended, or you feel like you need to defend yourself. So then what happens in those moments when those types of emotions come up, you retaliate or you strike or you attack first, but it's never in a way of love. It's never in a way of anything else but that, right? So when I'm talking about removing yourself, I'm talking about removing yourself from the situation, not physically, but I'm talking about mentally, your emotional health. Remove yourself. Not your, don't act in your ego, but remove yourself. Because again, emotions will cloud our judgment. Whether it's good emotions too, because sometimes we're so in love, or sometimes we're so happy, we're so excited that we start making mistakes and we start acting out of emotions. So it's better to act out of a place of peace and centeredness. Now, when I'm talking about peace and centeredness, I'm not talking about neutrality. This is not a time in life for us to be neutral. This is a time in life for us to act upon what we're supposed to act on. And that's different for everybody else, for each individual person. But I am talking about from a place of centeredness and peace, not a place of overexcitement or not a place of over anger. It's a place where we meet in the middle and you're centered. Again, not apathy or not neutrality. You're here. We fight from that place. Now, I can take a stand in something I firmly believe in without being involved and entangled in the emotions that accompany it when you're opposing a different side. So we're here. And if it isn't to join in, then what are we here for? We cannot be neutral. We are all polarized, negative or positive. You take a look at an atom, you have protons, you have electrons, and you have neutrons. But you can't all just be neutral. That's how things stay stagnant and the same. Now, do we need opposition? Who knows? Maybe that's what helps polarize the positive within us. But the thing is that we cannot stand by as our free will is being infringed on. Now, when you start looking at certain types of material like the law of one, it starts talking about how we are either negatively charged or positive. So one is service to self and the other is service to others. Service to self is more of a world domination, conquering. It's my rules, my way. And service to others is more what like Jesus taught. You come in, you serve others, and your main focal point is to love others. So one of them leads to light and bliss. The other one leads to a path that eventually will also lead to light and bliss, but it's gonna take you down the darkness first, right? So when I'm talking about the infringement of free will, so what the main thing that a light worker, right, or somebody who's polarized for the positive service to others, is we never can infringe on free will. Anything that is added that goes against your free will, any type of mandate, any type of anything that goes against your free will, is polarizing the negative agenda. Now you might think whatever you want to think right now, and it's fine. I'm talking to all of you that already have identified yourselves as light workers. It's time to step in and realize that our free will is being infringed by every side. In every aspect, we are being bombarded, and it's actually a catalyst for us to stand our ground. Like I 100% am very happy with the way life is unfolding itself. Not necessarily because of the outcomes, right? But I'm talking about what it's causing within myself. It's causing me to look within myself. It's causing to arise to the call that has always been within me and to stand up and to speak and to use my voice. And I'm not talking about violence and I'm not talking about anything like that. But I'm telling you right now, it's time for you to stand up for who you are, whichever side you're on. I don't care if you have the most opposing view than me. That's fine. What if life is about still living out your dream regardless of the opposition that you face? So if you have an opposing view, then I'm going to be your opposition. So stand firm in what you believe in, even if I and others like me oppose you. Because I'm going to keep doing the same. Even if you oppose me, even if you disagree with anything that I say, I am still going to keep pushing forward for what I have been called to push forward for. Now, that looks different for everybody, and I understand that. But I realize now that I can no longer stay neutral. I can no longer stand by. And I used to think that, well, we are love and we're peace. And yeah, that is correct. And when we fight, we will be fighting from a place of love and peace. When we do pursue, it is going to be from that place. It's going to be from that place for my love for other people that do not realize the dangers that are happening in society right now. And because of that, we must stand up. See, I'm still doing it for them. I'm not doing it for myself. For myself, I will remain neutral. But nothing happens when you remain neutral. Nobody has ever changed the world by remaining neutral. You stand up for what you believe in. You stand up for the cause. And you know what? In this game of life, we might have been polarized differently. And you might be fighting on the opposite side. And that's okay. I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to speak negatively about you. If anything I ever talk about is going to be maybe against ideologies and belief systems, but never against you as an individual. To you, I'm always going to be able to teach you and not teach you, to show you love. And if we can hang out and have fun and avoid certain topics, let's do so. But I'm never going to identify you as your ideologies or the way you think. Because at the end of the day, you're still a person, a reflection, an extension of me. So again, when I'm talking about things that are infringement of free will, it's like anytime you demand that something be taught in school that leaves others without a choice or a say-so, that's infringement of your free will. Because not teaching it is not an infringement. You can still teach them at home, right? That's the biggest school for your kids is at home. But anytime we're infringing, and there's a lot of infringement, you might disagree. You might think I am totally clueless about what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of infringement going on. And what I'm noticing, those that are beginning to awaken are beginning to notice it too. I'm talking about people that I've never told anything of how I believe. They all of a sudden come out with the same belief systems and same structures. Then I'm talking about different religious background, different beliefs, different all that. But everybody is noticing that there's a shift. So prepare for that shift. You will be triggered. It will be difficult. You might say unbearable. But I promise you, at the end of it all, it will be the best thing that has ever happened to you. But first and foremost, remove your emotions from everything that's going on.